Good morning, students. So this is second chapter in second unit. So that is queues data structure. So we discussed already in classification of data structures. That is in unit 1 first chapter. What is queue and what are the different operations that we can perform on queues. Okay. Now we discuss the introduction to queues. So a queue is also a linear data structure. Okay, this comes under linear data structure to store the data elements as well as to manipulate. Manipulation means performing some operations. Okay, that comes under manipulation the data elements. So what is queue, students? It is a linear data structure which is used to store and manipulate the data elements. And it is a different. Okay, when we compare with the stack, it follows the order first in, first out before. Then which order stack follows, students?
Last in first out.
Yeah,
Last in first out.
very good. Last in, first out, LIFO. Okay, so there the last element, whatever you are pushing into the stack, so that will be removed first. And here, whatever the element you are inserting into the queue first, so that will be removed first. Yeah, first in, and that should out first. So that means, so this is what the first element entered into the array or into the queue is the first element that is to be removed from the array. Okay, this is a real-time example. For example, you consider the case of bus ticket booking star or railway ticket or whatever it may be. So here, what is that fashion we will take? A C programming queue is followed. Okay, even so, whenever if you want to take a ticket, so then we have to stand in the queue. Okay, so how the tickets are distributed on the first come first serve basis. That means what? The first one who entered into that queue is the, okay, he is the first one to be served with the tickets. Okay, so this is the real-time example for the queue, and this queue is open at both ends. Then what about stack, students? Is stack is open at both ends? No, it open at only one end. What is that end?
Top.
Very good. Okay, that is top end. So here within these two ends, both ends, one end is provided for the insertion of data and the other end for the deletion of the data. But in case of the stack, only we have one end which is top. You have to insert by using the top only. You have to delete by using the top only. But here we use for insertion one end and for deletion the other end. That is the difference between stack and queue. So coming to the next one, operations that we are performing on a queue. So a queue is an abstract data structure. This also we discussed in the first chapter of first unit. So which provides all these operations for manipulation of the data elements. See here, like in what way we have for the stack, here also some similar functions are there. First one is empty. Means if the queue is empty, then isEmpty function returns true. Okay, and is full. If the queue is filled with all the elements, then is full returns true. then dq. See here, this is very, very important. dq means this is a function which is used to remove the element from which end, means from front end of the queue. We discussed already, here we have two ends. One end is the front end, this one, and the other one is the rear end. Rear, we'll see anyway. Okay, front end and rear end. dq means you have to perform deletion operation on q, and you have to delete an element from the front end of the queue. That is what the function called dq. So coming to the next function, nq. So nq is also a function which is used to insert an element into the queue at rear end. nq is a function which is used to insert an element at which end, ma? Rear end. Rear end is there at the end of the queue, and the front end is there at the front side of the queue. Okay, so dq for removal, nq for insertion. dq we have to perform at front end, nq we have to perform at rear end. Is this clear, students? These two functions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next, so these two are the pointers that we are using in queue in order to perform insertion or deletion, or in order to check the stack is empty or full. Sorry, the queue is empty or full, all those things. So front, which is a pointer, and this front pointer is responsible for fetching the element, the first element from the queue. That means if you want to fetch or if you want to display the first element of the queue, then you have to make use of the front pointer, because front is always pointing to the first element in the queue. Similarly, when you have to use the rear pointer, students, when you want to display the last element from the queue, if you want to display the last element of the queue, then you have to use the rear pointer. So this is about front and rear. At front end we use, at front end we perform deletion, at rear end we perform insertion. At front end we perform dq operation, at rear end we perform nq operation. Right. Is this clear, students? Up to this, starting from here to the functions? Any doubts in the first page? Yeah, students, is this clear or any doubts?
Clear, sir.
Right.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, okay. Now, how this queue data structure will work, and this is most important to you. That means how the insertion is taking place in queue and how the deletion is taking place, how we are making use of front and rear pointers for deletion and insertion, everything. So we discuss here. So students, please concentrate on this. That is the working nature of the queue. So queue, as we have discussed just now, it follows first in first out pattern, and the first element is to be removed from the list of elements whenever you want to delete. Yeah. Now the first important point is we have to maintain two pointers, front and rear pointers, to keep the record of the first element and the last element in the queue. That is, front is pointing to first element, rear is pointing to the last element in the queue. Now, after completing that, first we have to initialize the queue by setting front equal to -1 and rear equal to -1. So in what way we are initializing top students in stack? How we are
Equal to
initializing?
minus.
Very good. Okay. Initially top equal to -1. The same manner here also, front and rear initially. After immediately creating the queue initially, you have to initialize both pointers to -1. Now, so first after, so the creation of the queue is completed and the initialization of front and rear to -1 is also completed. Now you want to perform the insertion because the queue is empty now. So to insert the element, you have to perform NQ operation. For insertion, NQ operation. So here, first of all, we have to check whether the queue is already full, because you want to insert an element into the queue. So before inserting an element into the queue itself, you have to check in what way we are checking in the stack before inserting an element whether the stack is full or not. Here also same thing. Before inserting an element into the queue, you check first of all whether the queue is full or not. If the queue is full, then you have to display queue overflow. Okay, that means queue is already filled with all elements. Okay, insertion is not possible. And the other side, what is that? If the queue is not full, then in what way we are doing in case of the stack, you have to increment the value of rear index by 1. Whenever you are inserting an element, which pointer you have to increment, students? You have to increment rear pointer or very good, rear index. And whatever the element you want to insert, you insert that element at the position of the rear pointer. This is what, whenever you want to insert, increment rear pointer, then insert. And here one important point you have to remember. This is very, very important. When you are inserting the first element, means before this only queue is created. Okay, no elements are there in the queue. Then in that case, if no elements are there in the queue, front and rear both are pointing to -1. So then here, whenever you are inserting the first element in the queue, then you have to set the value of front to 0. Students, are you following this point? Whenever you are inserting first element in the queue, what you have to do? Increment rear pointer, and at that position you insert the element. After that, what you have to do, students? Initialize front to 0. Set the value of front to 0. ఇది ప్రతి ఇన్సర్షన్ కి చేయాలా? సెట్టింగ్ వాల్యూ ఫ్రంట్ టు 0.
1K, sir.
Yeah. Only whenever you are inserting first element into the queue. అంటే క్యూలో ఏం లేదు. Now you are inserting first element into the queue. Only in that case only you have to do, students, front to 0. But if you do for all insertions, then whatever the queue concept is there, that is completely wrong. Right. Next. Now this is for insertion, students. For insertion, always you have to increment the rear pointer. Okay. Don't change the front, but only you have to change the front whenever you are inserting first element into the queue. In that case, you have to set the value of a front to 0. Next. So coming to the deletion. So in order to remove the element, you have to perform DQ operation. DQ for removal. In order to remove the element, that is a DQ from the queue, you have to check whether the queue is already empty. Whatever the operations we performed on the stack, in general, all are similar only. There we are using the top pointer. Here we are using front and rear pointers. Okay. Again, for whenever you want to delete an element from the queue, you check whether the queue is already empty. If the queue is already empty, if there are no elements in the queue, then which element is removed? There are no elements. So that's why you have to check the condition of underflow for insertion, overflow. Right. So if the queue is not empty, then what you have to do? Remove and return the element at the position of the front. Means the front pointer to which element the front pointer is pointing, that element we have to remove and we have to return the element. That means deletion of the elements you have to perform at the front end. Deletion you have to perform at the front end. And after deleting the element from the front pointer position, you increment the front index value by 1. After deletion, what you have to do, students? You have to increment the front pointer by 1. It is not like a decrement in case of this stack. You are decrementing top whenever you are popping an element. But here it is not the case, student. Whenever you are deleting an element from the queue, what you have to do? Increment the front pointer by 1. Next, when we get to remove the last element from the queue, this is also very, very important. When you are removing the last element from the queue, then again you have to set 2 pointers, front and rear to -1. This is very, very last points ఉన్నాయి చూడండి ఇన్సర్షన్ అండ్ డిలీషన్స్ లో ఇవి చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. Okay, because whenever you are inserting first element, you have to set front to 0 and rear is also incremented by 1, that is from -1 to 1. And whenever you are performing deletion, okay, just only you have to increment the front pointer. But whenever you are deleting the last element, then what you have to do? We have to set the values of both the front and rear pointers to -1. Because if you delete the last element, there are no elements in the queue. Then what you have to do? Again, you have to set both pointers to -1. That means now the queue is empty after deleting last element. Now again, you have to repeat the same process. In what way you performed whenever you created the queue. Yeah. Students, is this clear working nature of the queue data structure? Or if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, just you see the students NQ and DQ. ఇప్పుడే వస్తానండి, just 1 minute. Yeah, students, is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the implementation of Q by using the arrays. Okay. So how we can implement? So it is like this, ma. For example, you can have here. Okay. So initially, what about front and rear, ma? Front equal to rear equal to
-1, front -1.
yeah, very good. Front and rear -1 and okay. Now it is here 0. Array index start from 0, 1 and 2, 3, 4. Now suppose now this is what the Q. Okay, so here it is implement that is implementing Q using arrays. Now this is an array, one dimensional array, and now you want to insert a new element into the Q. Then what you have to do, students? If you want to insert, you increment the rear pointer by 1. Now if you increment the rear by 1, what is the value of rear?
0.
0. Okay. Now rear is pointing to this location 0. Okay, rear. So after incrementing the rear pointer, you give the value, for example 10. Now according to the concept, whatever we have discussed just now, if you are inserting the first element, then what you have to do? If you are
Front is
inserting
equal
the
to 0.
front equal to, you have to
Sir,
set
అంటే
front. You have to set front to
సార్
0.
ఫస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఇన్సర్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఫ్రంట్ రేర్ సేమ్ ఉంటాయా సార్?
ఏంటమ్మా ఫస్ట్
ఫస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఇన్సర్ట్ చేసిన ఫ్రంట్ ఇంకా రేర్ సేమ్ ఉంటాయా సార్?
whenever you are inserting first element, always front and rear are pointing to -1 initially. And whenever you want to insert first element, first you increment the rear pointer and you insert the element and you set front to 0.
సైజ్ తెలుసుకోవడానికి ఫ్రంట్ ని 0 కు ఇంక్రిమెంట్ చేస్తారా సార్?
అంతే కదా. ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఫ్రంట్ -1 చేస్తే వాట్ ఈస్ ది మీనింగ్? Whenever you want to delete, you have to delete from front end. Even though element is there, front is pointing to -1. Is it correct? No.
No, not correct.
Not correct. So that is the reason, because we inserted one element, front should point to that. If it is the first element, front should point to that particular element, because whenever if you want to apply next immediately deletion, then you have to delete from front, not from rear.
ఓకే సార్, అండర్స్టూడ్.
Now for example, this is front is also pointing to 0 now. This is only I'm writing like R and F, front pointer and rear pointer. Next, suppose whenever you want to insert one more element, then what you have to do, students? మళ్ళీ ఇన్సర్ట్ చేయాలంటే ఏం చేయాలండి?
Increment rear by 1.
Only increment the rear pointer, don't touch front pointer. For example, 11. Suppose again you want to increment, sorry, again if you want to insert a new element, increment array 12. Suppose again if you want to insert a new element, 13. Again if you want to insert new element, increment rare pointer. Means what is the conclusion, students, from this? When you are inserting a new element into the queue means you increment the rare pointer. And whenever if you are inserting first element, set the front to 0. Is these points clear, students? Any doubts?
Clear, sir.
Okay. Yeah, right. Okay. Now, even if you want to insert a new element, so but whenever if you check the queue full condition, we will see what is that condition. So whenever we discuss the program, so if you check the queue full condition, that means this is full condition. Now, so it returns the already stack is filled. It display stack overflow because already stack, already queue is full. Okay, already queue is full. Now, if you want to, for example, delete, then if you perform deletion operation, then what you have to do, students, according to the process, whatever we have discussed. If you want to perform deletion,
Pop for
yeah,
stack.
yeah, delete the element from the front position. Now, which element is there at front position?
10.
Element 10.
10. Yeah, delete this element and return this element. And next, what you have to do? Increment front pointer by
Front index
1.
Is it right or not? Very good. You have to
Yes, sir.
increment front pointer by 1. Okay, no problem. Right. Next. So again, if you want to delete the element at front position, increment front pointer by 1. Again, if you want to delete an element, delete the element at front position, increment. Now again, if you want to delete the element from front position, increment the front pointer by 1. Now again, if you want to delete the element from front position. And after this, what you have to do? When you delete the last element from the queue, when you delete the last element from the queue, what you have to do?
Report front end rate to minus.
Same
Yeah,
minus 1.
very good. Okay. When you are removing the last element from the queue, you have to set front and rear to -1, means this one. Is this clear, students? Are you following?
Yes, sir. Following.
Yeah. Okay. Now what you have to do? You front to rear undavandi. Now again, these two are initialized to -1. Now the stack is completely empty. Okay. So this is about the front and rear. Okay. How we are using front and rear in order to insert as well as in order to delete the elements into the queue or deleting the elements from the queue. Now here, for example, if this is the case, you inserted 10, 11, 12. So this is the case. That means for the stack is whenever queue is full. So when we say that queue is full, students, for example, here, According to this,
Rare is equal to 4.
yeah, rare equal to 4. Okay. For example, if you want to give n values, that is if n value is 5, rare equal to n minus 1. Antenandi? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next, for example here, so when we have to set front end rare to -1 means after deleting the last element. Okay, na? But after deleting the last element means, is this only the last element always in the queue? Is this element only the last element in the queue?
ఎస్ సార్.
No, sir.
ఇక్కడ మీరు కన్ఫ్యూజన్ చూడండి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, నౌ ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్, ఓకే, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ కంపల్సరీ దట్ ఓన్లీ ది fourth position element is the last element in the queue. What I am telling, please concentrate, don't confuse students. It is not compulsory that always the fourth position element is the last element in the queue. అది ఎలా సార్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు చూడండి. Now front and rear both are pointing to 0 initially whenever you want to insert first element. Yeah. Front and rear, right? You inserted the element 10. Next, again you want to insert a new element 11. Again you want to insert a new element 12. Now see here, students, please concentrate. Now I want to delete. If you want to delete, what you have to do? Delete front position element, increment front. Delete, again you perform delete. Delete front position element, again you increment front point. Now again you want to delete. Now you have to delete the front position element. And after deleting the front position element, what you have to do, students?
Increment.
రేర్ ఈక్వల్ టు రేర్ ఫ్రంట్ -1 రాసుకోవాలి సార్.
Very good. Front and rear now both should point to the -1. Why? Because you deleted the last element in the queue. Is the last element meaning is fourth position element now?
నో సార్.
No. Okay. Now got it, students? Are you following? Don't think that ఇక్కడ మనం లాస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ రాసాం కదా అని ఫోర్త్ పొజిషన్ ఎలిమెంటే అనుకోవద్దండి. What do you mean by that last element? Whenever you are performing continuously the deletion, and when you delete the last element, even if it is not there in the last position, fourth position, after deleting the last element present in the queue, then both pointers should point to the -1. Is this example clear? Whatever we have discussed?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So that is the meaning. అది ఎక్కడైనా ఉండండి, ఈవెన్ 2లో కాదు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, మీరు ఒకటే ఎలిమెంట్ ఇన్సర్ట్ చేశారు 10. Now you want to delete, and again what you have to do after deleting 10? After
Front rate to
deleting,
-1.
that's it. మరి ఇదేంటి చూడండి, ఫస్ట్ పొజిషన్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ వీఆర్ డిలీటింగ్. ఓకే, సో దట్స్ వై డోంట్ థింక్ దట్ అండ్ డోంట్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్. లాస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఇక్కడ ఉంది కదా అని రిమూవ్ ది లాస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ మీన్స్ don't think that it is the last position element. Whatever the element that is present in the queue, that is the last one. That's it. Students, is this okay? Yeah, చెప్పండి.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు 10, 11, 12 అట్లా ఉన్నాయి కదా సార్.
అవును.
అది ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ లో ఒకటి డిలీట్ చేశాక మళ్ళా మిగతా ఎలిమెంట్స్ లెఫ్ట్ కి జరగవా సార్ మరి?
నో జరగవు. It's not like that. It's like, so whenever you say, if it is array deletion, if you are deleting an element, Q concept is not like that. If the operation is deletion operation, if you are performing on an array, if you are performing deletion operation on an array, then the case is you have to shift these two elements to the left. But so are you performing deletion operation on an array? No. What you are doing here, you are implementing the queue using arrays. Okay, queue concept is not like that. Okay, whenever you delete the first element, these elements will not move to the left side, because in the deletion of an array, you have different number of choices. Do you know that, students? Gurtunda meeku? You can delete an element from the beginning, you can delete it in the middle, you can delete the element at the end. Gurtunda andi?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but here there is no such concept. When you want to delete an element from the queue, from where you have to delete, students?
At the end.
Only from front end. అంతేగాని నేను రేర్ నుంచి డిలీట్ చేస్తాను, మిడిల్ నుంచి డిలీట్ చేస్తాను అంటే యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఫాలోయింగ్ క్యూ కాన్సెప్ట్. అంతే కదా, ఇప్పుడు క్యూలో నిల్చుంటే ఫస్ట్ వన్ వదిలిపెట్టి లాస్ట్ వన్ రమ్మని ఇస్తే ఎలా ఉంటుందండి? ఈజ్ ఇట్ ఫైన్? నో కదా, ఇట్స్ నాట్ కరెక్ట్. ఫస్ట్ పర్సన్, క్యూలో ఉన్న ఫస్ట్ పర్సన్ ఆపేసి లాస్ట్ పర్సన్ పిలిచి టికెట్ ఇచ్చారనుకోండి, ఈజ్ ఇట్ ది ప్రాపర్ వే?
No, sir.
No. Okay, so same that real time concept also you can apply here. Only you have to delete front position element in the queue. So that's why elements shifting, insertion అయితే మిడిల్ అక్కడ ఇక్కడ అనేది ఉండదు. Insertion is only at the rear pointer, deletion is only at the front pointer in queue. Is this clear? మా ఇంతకుముందు ఎవరో క్వశ్చన్ అడిగారు కదా, is this clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. Now this is the program. Now in this, these two completed in theory, introduction to queue, and whatever we discussed is array representation of the queue. Now if you see this, up to evaluating postfix expression is completed in the last class. Now this is 13th program, that is C program to implement queue operations using arrays. That means now whatever the concept we discussed, for that concept only we have to write the C program. Okay. So this you know already, stdio standard library, and here the size of the queue we are taking as maximum 100 elements in the queue, and this is for insertion NQ, and this is for deletion DQ, and show is for displaying the queue elements, and this is like the queue. Okay, we are using an array in order to represent the queue, and initially both pointers are pointing to -1. Now in main function, so you can select any of these four options. You can insert an element, you can delete an element, you can see the elements in the queue, and if you want you can also exit from the complete program. Now you have to enter your option by entering either 1 2 3 4, and whatever you entered, for example if you enter 1, means you want to insert an element into the queue, so that's why you entered 1. Now I am entering here 1. means I want to perform insertion. Then switch off CH. So here it takes CH value as 1. So that 1 is matching with the first case label. So that's why what it performs, students? It performs NQ function call. Then it comes to the NQ function implementation. Yeah, see here. Now this is the new item that you want to insert into the queue. When we say that the overflow condition occurs, students, we discussed already. When rare is pointing to when we say that this queue is
-1.
n minus 1.
ఇక్కడ n minus 1 because n value is 5. బట్ ఇక్కడ n అని తీసుకున్నామా? లేదు. ఇక్కడ ఏం తీసుకున్నాం మనం? ఇక్కడ ఏం తీసుకున్నామండి మనం? size. So that's why if rare is pointing to size -1 అంటే 99 అంతే కదా, size value is 100. If rare is pointing to 99, then we can say that overflow condition occurs. Next, otherwise, okay, if rare is not equal to size -1, why? Because now what is the value of rare initially? -1. So is -1 equal to 99? No. Okay. Now it comes to the else part. If front equal to -1, now is front equal to -1? Front to -1 and not initial ga? Yes.
sir.
If front equal to -1, then because this is the first element to be inserted into the queue, you have to set front to 0. Yeah. Now we have to ask for element, enter the element that is to be inserted into the queue, that you read into this variable insert item. Okay. And what you have to do whenever you want to insert an element, which pointer you have to increment? Rare pointer that we are incrementing, and within this position, within rare position, we are storing the new element into the queue. Now, so this is about the NQ operation. Students, if you have any doubts in NQ function, you can ask me. Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Right. Next. So this is the case. That means whenever you want to insert, you select the option 1. So according to that, NQ will be called, and after that break is executed, it exits from the switch. So for example, you want to delete, okay, an element from the queue, then you can give the option as 2, then CH value is 2. Now CH is matched with the second case label, then it calls the DQ function. Now coming to the DQ function, here what we have to check for the underflow condition if you want to delete an element from the queue. So you are deleting an element from the queue means you have to check for whether the queue is empty or not. So if front equal to -1, what is the meaning of front equal to -1?
Stack is empty. Sorry.
Queue is okay. Queue is empty. Okay, if there are no elements in the queue, then so how can you delete an element? It's not possible. So in that case also underflow, Then so what is this? If front is greater than rear, when this comes, if front is greater than rear, see for example this one,
అండర్ఫ్లో అక్కర్ సార్.
when underflow. Why? Because when you delete this front position element, rear is pointing to this one. When you delete this front position element, front is incremented by 1. And when you delete this front position element, front is incremented by 1. And when you delete this front position element, front is incremented by 1. Now in this case, is front is greater than rear in this case?
Yes.
Yes. That means whenever if a front position is greater than rear also, is the queue is empty.
Empty.
Yeah. So that's what we have written the condition when front is greater than rear. మరి అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందండి ఇప్పుడు whenever front is greater than rear, again you have to initialize R and F to
-1.
minus. That's it. Okay. So that's why here, even if front is greater than rear also, we can say that there are no elements in the queue. So that's why the queue is empty, underflow occurs. Otherwise, that means front is not -1 and front is not greater than rear. Then what is that element we have to delete, students? From which position? From front position, you have to delete the element. So it will delete that. Now after that, what you have to do? You have to increment. After deleting, మనం ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తున్నామండి? After deleting the element, we are incrementing the front pointer by 1. So front equal to front plus 1. Okay. Is this clear, students? Deletion.
Yes, sir.
Next, the last function is the show. So whenever if you select the option as 3, that means you want to see the elements in the queue. Okay, then you give the option as 3. Then if ch value is 3, so that is matched with the third case label, then it calls show function. Then so how to display show means? So in between what pointers the elements are there? Suppose if it is like this, here 10 is there, 11 is there, 12 is there. Then if you want to give the option as 3 and if you want to display the elements, then how to display these 3 elements, students? Code ఎలా రాయాలి చెప్పండి? If you want to display these 3 elements,
Front is equal 0, rear is equal to n.
front equal to 0, rear equal to that means see students, whenever you చెప్తారండి see here, whenever you want to display the elements are only in between front and rear pointers. Is it correct or not? At any position, if you observe the queue, the elements are only in between front and rear. Is it correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that's why if you repeat the loop starting from the front to rear, and if you display all the elements between front and rear, then will it display all the elements in the queue? Students, will it display all the elements in the queue whenever you display elements from front to rear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So that's what we are writing here. But before displaying, again we are checking whether the queue is empty or not condition. So for that we are using the condition front equal to -1. Front equal to -1, there are no elements in the queue. That's why queue is empty. Otherwise, you have to display the queue. ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడ డిస్ప్లే చేయాలండి? స్టార్టింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఫ్రంట్ టు rear. Okay, from front to rear you have to repeat this loop to display all the elements in the queue. So this is what the show function. So if you have any doubts you can ask me.
సార్ ఫ్రంట్ -1 నుండి లేయర్ -1 ఉంటేనే క్యూ ఎంటీ అవుతా సార్, లేకపోతే ఒక్క ఫ్రంట్ -1 ఉంటేనే ఎంటీ ఉంటుంది?
ఏదైనా తీసుకోవచ్చు. ఫ్రంట్ -1 అంటే రేర్ -1 కాకుండా వేరే వాల్యూ ఉంటుంది ఎప్పుడైనా చెప్పండి?
ఉండదు సార్, అంటే ఫ్రంట్ -1 ఉన్నప్పుడు.
ఫ్రంట్ -1 ఉంది అంటే బై డిఫాల్ట్ రేర్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో -1, అంతే కదా?
ఓకే సార్.
సో కాబట్టి
అంటే మీరు ఇఫ్ కండిషన్ లో ఓన్లీ ఫ్రంట్ ఈక్వల్ టు -1
అదే అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే మనము రెండు రాయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదని ఒకటి రాసాం అట్లా. బికాస్ ఈవెన్ మీరు రేర్ ఈక్వల్ టు -1 రాసిన ప్రాబ్లం ఉండదు. బికాస్ ఇఫ్ ఫ్రంట్ ఈజ్ పాయింటింగ్ టు -1 మీన్స్ రేర్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో పాయింటింగ్ టు -1, ఆర్ ఇఫ్ రేర్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు -1 మీన్స్ ఫ్రంట్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ఈక్వల్ టు -1. నో ప్రాబ్లం. మీరు అంతా కావాలనుకుంటే యూ కెన్ రైట్ ఆర్, లాజికల్ ఆర్ పెట్టి రేర్ ఈక్వల్ టు -1 రాయండి. బట్ ఒక కండిషన్ చెక్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎనఫ్. ఓకే అమ్మా.
ఓకే
సార్
సార్.
i ఈక్వల్ టు ఫ్రంట్ వాల్యూ ఎంత సార్?
ఏంటమ్మా?
i ఈక్వల్ టు ఫ్రంట్ అన్నారు కదా సార్,
అవును.
ఫ్రంట్ వాల్యూ ఎంత సార్?
ఫ్రంట్ వాల్యూ ఎంత అంటే మీరు ఇచ్చి ఇప్పుడు ఇది అనుకోండి, దీన్ని బట్టి ఫ్రంట్ వాల్యూ 0 ఉంటుంది ఫర్ దిస్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్.
అంటే ఆల్వేస్ ఇనిషియల్ గా 0 ఉంటుందండి?
ఆల్వేస్ ఇనిషియల్ గా 0 ఉండదు. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ డిలీటింగ్ అన్ ఎలిమెంట్, దెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు డిలీట్ ది ఎలిమెంట్ ఫ్రమ్ ఫ్రంట్ పొజిషన్. దెన్ ఆఫ్టర్ డిలీటింగ్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఫ్రమ్ ఫ్రంట్ పొజిషన్ వాట్ యు ఆర్ డూయింగ్?
ఇంక్రిమెంట్
You are incrementing the front position by 1. Then if you want to display now, మీరు ఇప్పుడు డిస్ప్లే చేయాలి అంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు డిస్ప్లే ఓన్లీ 11 and 12. మరి 11 and 12 అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఫ్రంట్ వాల్యూ ఎంత ఉందండి?
1.
సో కాబట్టి ఫ్రంట్ వాల్యూ ఎప్పటికీ 0 ఉండాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ యువర్ డిలీషన్స్ ది ఫ్రంట్ వాల్యూ విల్ బి చేంజ్డ్.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే. Is it clear ma? Show function, or if you have any doubts you can ask me. Students, is it clear?
సార్
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay ma. This execution we will discuss in the next class because it's already 10:33.
సార్ ఒకసారి స్టాక్స్ నోట్స్ వాట్సాప్ లో
చెప్పమ్మా.
గ్రూప్ లో పెడతారు. స్టాక్స్ నోట్స్.
చేస్తాను. Sure.
ఓకే సార్.
Okay, students. Thank you. You can leave.